Are the Lightning going to win the division? Will any player break 100 points this year? And is Greg's prediction of Macklin Celebrini finishing in the top 3 in scoring actually going to come true? We'll debate all of those in a Black Friday buy or sell game on today's Locked On Lightning.
You're Locked On Lightning, your daily podcast on the Tampa Bay Lightning, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for making Locked On Lightning your first listen of the day. Every single day, we are your free daily Tampa Bay Lightning podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcasting network. As always, we want to begin with a shout out to our everydayers. Those of you who tune in every single show, every single day, we love you. We appreciate the support you've given us week in, week out. I'm Nick Morgan, and I am joined by the cranberry sauce to my green bean casserole, Greg Stephen. Greg, happy belated Turkey Day. Hope you had a good day.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. A little belated, but nonetheless, I hope everyone enjoyed. And you got me excited with some Celebrini talk, of course. I mean, come on.
We will have a Celebriniation.
Yeah, great one. Love that.
Yeah. Obviously, it's Black Friday. That's the big holiday after Turkey Day, and this is always where you buy the big deals. So we thought we'd turn that into a little bit of a hockey game. We're going to talk about some statements, some debates going on with the Lightning, with the NHL, maybe some Olympic talk, and we're going to say whether we buy that, whether we're going all in and agree with it, or are we going to sell? Do we disagree with that statement? So it's a little bit of Thanksgiving fun that we're going to have on today's show. But first, Greg, can't have the pumpkin pie until you have your turkey. And we do have some on-ice business to take care of. A big doubleheader starting this afternoon for the Lightning. Both games on the road. They have Detroit today, and then they go take on the New York Rangers. So, Greg, obviously, weird week. Started with the weird win over the Capitals.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for? What do you want to see from the Lightning in this doubleheader coming up?
I want to see at least one victory, and that sounds silly, but the Red Wings are a good team, and this is a divisional opponent. If I'm going to pick one of these to lose, it's against the Rangers. I want to beat the Red Wings here. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a difficult test, especially when both these games are on the road after a holiday. It's going to be tricky, but I think, you want to win and you want to really focus on this Red Wings game. And if I'm the Lightning, you're starting Vasi in the first and you're playing JoJo in the second.
Interesting. Okay, so you're kind of going more for divisional.
Yeah, I think it's more important. Yeah.
Gotcha. I just want to see them. I think have some consistency in these two games. Obviously the situation with the team is what it is with, a lot of players still missing. I think or maybe not 100%. I think you want to just see them, kind of find ways to plug those gaps and be able to play your game. And be able to play some games. And that's, I think, the key for me is, I said this on Monday's show when we talked about, that win over the Capitals. Like, these are going to be two tough games. Obviously, you would love to see them, outshoot them 30-15 or anything like that. But honestly, I think these are two games where you just kind of want to maybe take some bumps and be able to rebound and sort of survive. Yeah,
absolutely. You're totally right. And yeah, look, I know both these games are not easy, but the Rangers haven't looked great at home this season. Yeah. So I think that's that plays in your favor a bit here. And I think also, as I just said, I would start Vasi in the first, but the goaltending battle in the second is much harder. Shesterkin is an incredible goaltender. So JoJo, I think, would need to really step up in that one as well.
Yeah, let's talk about the Red Wings a little bit because they're we've all been talking about when's the Yzer plan going to kick in Detroit. Mm-hmm. It seems like, and God, it's so hard for Red Wings fans to have hope. Just because, the past couple seasons, strong start, cold finish. But I mean, knock on wood, it seems like they're getting what they need out of this version of the team. And they have overall played pretty well this season. I know at one point this week they were leading the division.
Yeah. And let's not pretend like, they can't topple the Lightning. They already beat the Lightning 2-1 in a tight overtime game. I think that was on the 17th of October.
Yeah.
So, we know that they can beat the Lightning. And with the Lightning roster looking the way it has in recent history over the last week or two, we know that not their best state right now. So, again, I think you're looking for depth to step up. You're looking for some strong goaltending in these. And look, Cam Talbot for the Red Wings, he's got a pretty solid record. I think he's outperformed what a lot of people may have expected.
Yeah, 9-2. I mean, save percentage isn't great, but he's winning games. I think that's the big thing. I think the thing that stands out to me is just how good their top line has been.
Yeah.
Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, Alex DeBrincat has played up there, even though I think he's also shuffled around with Patrick Kane. Those guys have really hit their stride this year. Dylan Larkin, who's been one of my favorite players for a long time, having the best year of his career so far, 24 points in 22 games. This is a tough team, Greg, and they have, I know not a lot of people have thought highly of them before the season, but I think a lot of their young guys have really kicked into gear, and they're playing really good this year. Let's shift gears to the Rangers, Greg. Obviously, weird season for them. They have been dynamite on the road this year, one of the best road teams in the entire NHL, and then pretty abysmal at home this season. And they're in the bottom of the standings. I don't think a lot of fans maybe expect it to be that bad this year. Right. What do you see out of this Rangers team?
They previously were on a 4-game losing streak just over a week and a half ago. So I feel pretty good about the Lightning. But then, like I said with the Red Wings, they've already defeated the Lightning. And that was not – yes. And that was not as close of a game as the Red Wings game they had already. 7-3 loss. And I think you got to win this next one, especially because they beat you at home, and now you got to go to their home, and I think you got to pick up a W here as well. But that being said, much taller of a task as far as scoring goals, because Shesterkin is one of the best goalies in the entire world, in my opinion. So that's not going to be an easy feat by any means. So I think you just want to play a consistent, strong defensive game, especially because Panarin is a monster. Zibanejad with Panarin is deadly. So yeah, and JT Miller too, great player. So I think I think this is a depth game in my eyes. I think the Lightning do have better depth than the Rangers. I think you need those guys to step up and perform at an elite level, and I think you can win this game.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, sorry to be cliche, but it is absolutely, I think depth wins it. And I think depth won it for the Rangers that last really weird game that they played, where it was like the Lightning just absolutely dominated them in terms of shots, possession, and then the Rangers steamrolled them. Right. That was also a bad Andrei Vasilevsky game, but
it was.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I want to just see some, I want to see the Lightning ideally win every game like 6-0, but I think realistically, I just want to see them be able to take their lumps, take little bumps in the road and be able to keep going. So interesting game. Obviously starts tonight or this afternoon against Detroit, and then another afternoon game tomorrow against the Rangers. We will be back on Monday with full recap of both games, some plus minus for you, and hopefully talking about nobody else getting injured for the Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that'd be nice, right?
That would be nice. Well, it is Black Friday, and we are going to be playing a game of Black Friday buy or sell. We're going to put up some statements, and we're going to debate whether we're buying that or selling that. We'll talk about it more when we get back. Today's episode is brought to you by Monarch. Let's be honest, guys. Most of us can't even name all of our financial accounts, let alone what they're worth. Between the 401ks, savings, and investments, it's easy to lose track. And that can mean leaving money on the table. That's why I started using Monarch, an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface, either on your laptop or on your phone. Monarch made it super easy for me to get started. All I did was link all my accounts, my bank accounts, my 401k, my credit card, and within seconds, I got smart categorization of my spending. I could see shared goals that helped me make better financial decisions, and it had visual dashboards and smart tools that made it so much easier to understand where my money's going and how to make it work harder for me. So if you want to do the same, here's a financial opportunity for you. Use code LOCKEDONNHL at monarch.com for 50% off your first year. Again, monarch.com, code LOCKEDONNHL for half off your entire first year. We are back on Locked on Lightning. Nick Morgan here alongside Greg Stephen. Happy Black Friday to all. And in the spirit of shopping and holiday deals, we're going to be playing a game called Black Friday Buy or Sell. Here's how it works. I'm going to say a statement, and then Greg is going to say a statement. And we are going to debate whether we're buying that or selling. So, for instance, if I said the Colorado Avalanche are going to win the Stanley Cup, Greg would go, oh, I'm buying that. The Avs are awesome. Or I'm selling. The Avs suck. That kind of thing. So, Greg, I'm going to let you do the honors. I'm going to let you drop your first buy or sell statement.
Okay. Connor McDavid will end this season with the most points in the NHL.
It's hard money to pass off because it's Connor McDavid.
It is.
You know what? I am buying it.
Okay.
And here's why. He hasn't been the leading scorer for the past 2 years now. That honor has gone to
Nikita Kucherov.
I feel like in the spirit of Murphy's Law, Connor McDavid's due. And I think as the Oilers start to figure things out for the rest of the season, and I for some reason, I'm thinking that they're going to be really aggressive at the deadline, especially now that they kind of know the contract situation for McDavid.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see them get more weapons for McDavid to play with, and that's going to lead to some more points for him. So close race with McKinnon right now, but I just feel weird betting against Connor McDavid. So I'm buying that.
Beautiful.
All right. Here's a statement that you and I debated before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
The Tampa Bay Lightning will win the Atlantic Division. Buy or sell, Greg?
I'm buying it. I think they can pull it off. I think they've looked so good in the last few weeks. And when they are 100% back and healthy, I don't know if that would ever really happen based on this season. I'm buying it. I think they can pull it off. I think they will trump every other team in this side of the league, and they're winning.
Yeah, I'm buying it with you. I mean, I can't obviously the wild card are the Panthers. When Tkachuk gets back, I don't think we know much about when Barkov's going to go back, but just because they're the two-time Cup champs, I think they're going to kind of be considered the favorite when they get back. So it just kind of shakes out how the Lightning's health is as well. But I agree. When I've seen the Lightning play healthy, the 3 games this season they have, they've looked pretty solid. They've turned around some of the early season struggles. And I look at the other teams they're with. It's like Detroit, still some question marks there. Ottawa, I think has been a little bit up and down, and they're also dealing with, some Brady Tkachuk injury concerns. And I just think it's, and the Leafs have just been abysmal. So
yeah, not so good without Marner, huh?
Yeah. So I think by default you would have to say the Lightning are your favorite, right?
Yeah, I agree. I buy it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're both on the same page there. Here's actually it's your turn. It's your turn.
It is my turn.
You're just sharing. Drop one for me.
Okay. Beckett Senneke will end the season with the most points amongst all rookies.
Oh, and where is he? Where is he right now?
Second to Demidov.
I might be this might be a hot take here. Number one, I really like Demidov, and I think the Canadians are a really solid team that's going to get better over the course of the year, which means I think Demidov is going to get better throughout the course of the year. I'm selling Beckett Senneke because I have a strong feeling it's going to be Matthew Schaefer from the blue line leading all rookies in points at the end of the year.
Wow.
He just looks like a defenseman that's going to finish like with 70, 75 points, somewhere in that range. And I think it's been a while since we had a rookie really just like get 100 points or stuff his first year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I watch Matthew Schaefer and how much ice time he's getting and, how good he's doing despite a not very good Islanders team. And I don't know, like I feel like this is going to be a hot take here, but I feel like it's going to be a defenseman leading rookies in scoring this year, and I'm picking Matthew Schaefer. I have that much belief in him.
I'm buying it. I think Senneke's looks so good, and the Ducks have been such a surprise this season, and everything that they've acquired has kind of come together. And really surprised, I'm going to argue everyone. I think they are so much better than anyone ever expected. And I think Senneke is a big part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, they have, I think, a little bit ahead of where people thought they might be entering the season. And look, I think a lot of people raised eyebrows a couple years ago when they drafted Carlson second instead of Adam Fantilli.
Mm-hmm.
That's looking pretty good now. Or at least Carlson is turning out to be a really strong player. So they've got a good core that I think is starting to peak a little bit faster than they originally thought, than any of us originally thought. One more, and we'll get into break, Greg. The Lightning, for the first time in a while, will not have a 100-point scorer on the team this year.
Wow. I'm selling that. I think Guentzel hits it.
You think Guentzel hits it? Okay.
I do, yeah. He's looked so sharp. He's notching a point in most games, and he's got a bunch of multi-point games. I think he'll reach it, and I think I actually said this before the season began, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can double check me.
You did predict Jake Guentzel hitting 100 points.
I did. So I gotta ride that wave. Obviously, I gotta see that through. So I'm not gonna doubt myself. So I'm buying it. I think Guentzel hits 100. It sucks because Kuch hitting 100 looks a little on the fence right now, but I think he could do it as well. So I'm buying it. I'm selling rather, because you said not hit 100, but I think someone will.
Yeah, I mean, if there's just anybody to randomly just break out and get like an 8-point and 5-game pace consistently for the rest of the year, it's Kucherov.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I was kind of doubting it the way the season started. Like it started a little bit slow, but okay. You might have sold me. Nice. More takes to get to. I've got a Macklin Celebrini take just for you, Greg.
Yes.
And also one on the Olympics. So we're going to get spicy here a little bit. More Black Friday buy or sell when we come back on Locked on Lightning. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Guys, it's not just hockey in full swing. The NBA is back. And whether you're a fan of the Heat, the Magic, or another team in the association, there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you miss the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. Keeps every game more exciting, especially when your team is making that late push. So here's a chance to join in on the fun. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. That's right. All you have to do is download the app, sign up, and put $5 down for a chance to win $300 to use however you want. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. We're back on Locked on Lightning. Nick Morgan here alongside Greg Steven. And Greg, I'm just going to throw out a spicy one for you.
Let's hear it.
Macklin Celebrini, your boy, will finish in the top 3 scoring in the NHL at the end of the year.
Top 3 is wild.
That's why we do it. We're here for the takes, man.
I'm taking it. I'm buying it. He's going. He's got it. He's gonna get 3.
I think you're all in on him.
I think it'll be McDavid, McKinnon, Celebrini, and he just looks so good, dude. Like I just love watching him play. I don't even care when the Sharks lose because it's like, who cares? But just watching Celebrini play is just a treat, and he really does look super sharp. And what's really funny is I did say that he was better than Bedard outright. I think. Maybe in the offseason, I think I said that. And I still believe that, but I got to give Bedard a little credit right now.
Bedard's right there with him, man.
He's really impressed me this season as well. So, but regardless, yeah, I think Celebrini hits top 3.
Interesting. Okay, you're really riding with him. I appreciate that. I appreciate that level of commitment.
Yeah.
Is he one of the guys on your fantasy team?
He is. My whole team name is Celebrini.
You could do better.
Yeah, maybe, but I love it.
We'll workshop it for next year. How about that?
Okay, deal.
We'll do it live on air. All right, Greg, your turn. Give me a buy or sell.
Okay, I got a good one that kind of couples with Celebrini, okay?
Okay.
The San Jose Sharks will make the playoffs this season.
No, I'm selling that. I didn't have to think about that.
What? Who do you think takes those wild card spots then?
In the West?
Yeah.
I mean, it's too...
I know it's early.
Let me just say this about the Sharks. I love what I've seen from them this year. Macklin Celebrini has been great. Will Smith has been great. Yaroslav Askarov, may he rest in peace here from this fellow Preds fan.
Mm-hmm.
He started to turn things around. It's just like one of those things where is there enough depth from the rest of the team to really, I guess, maintain what they're doing right now? I think that's my biggest thing. Like, I mean, like, you know, outside of Celebrini, Smith, and Eklund, like your next leading scorer is Dmitry Orlov. Like, do we trust a team with Dmitry Orlov in its top 4 scoring is going to, you know, do that? I mean, Philip Kurashev is 5th. Like, what's your favorite Philip Kurashev moment in the NHL?
Great question.
Obviously,
no
I mean, we have guys like, you know, Tyler Toffoli, Jeff Skinner, you know, John Klingberg, guys who have really been around, you know, the league for a while, that have, you know, had good moments. But it's just, I just don't think they have the depth to make it this year. Now, they could be the Canadians and prove everybody wrong and
Mm-hmm.
get some contributions from people you're not expecting to. But I want to say it because I think the Sharks are a cool team. I think there's just going to be some better teams that are able to withstand the season a little better than the Sharks.
Fair. I think they make it. I'm buying it.
Okay.
Second wild card spot, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you're riding with Celebrini already, or Celebrini. Was it
Celebrini?
Celebrini.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that again. Poor shot that. Okay, here's another spicy one for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
A team other than Canada will win the Olympic gold medal in hockey this year. Buy or sell?
Great question. Russia is not playing, correct?
No.
Sell.
You're selling?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That would mean that I'm arguing that Canada wins, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Then yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
All right. My only thing is USA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel that's the thing. It's like USA, every tournament they played, it's always they come out with that first win and then just like lose in a heartbreaker. I think they've proved though the last couple of big tournaments that they played, especially the Four Nations last year.
Yeah.
I think the USA does have depth to compete with Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I feel like on paper, Canada is by far the best team. They're going to be the favorites, 100%. But it's also one of those where it's like, maybe they slip up, and maybe like the Americans take advantage of it. I mean, there's also some good overseas teams. I don't know. I don't know, Greg. Like conventional wisdom is absolutely 100% yes on Canada winning, but I don't know. Like I just feel like when it's that obvious, maybe something unexpected happens.
Totally fair. Look, go USA, right? But
oh yeah,
I do think on paper, Canada takes it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this was fun. Do you have one more buy or sell?
Yeah, I'll give you one final quick one to end the show.
Okay.
The Colorado Avalanche will end the season with fewer. I was going to say 10, but I'm going to go with 7. Fewer than 7 losses in regulation.
I'm selling.
Well, let me throw this at you. In the first 22 games, they have 1 loss in regulation. So a quarter of the way through, they only have 1 loss in regulation.
What was Boston when they set the record a few years ago?
Good question. Do not remember.
I just looked it up. 65-12-5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the best.
So let me revert my number to 10 because that's what I was going to say originally, and then I was like, "Nah, it's too easy."
We have.
Great question.
That was what 2019.
Think so. Yeah.
All right, I'm looking this up right quick. Like I'm trying to find the exact number. See, even we had 16. We were 62, 16, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
10's outrageous.
It is.
10's outrageous. I'm
1 through 22 is outrageous.
1 through 22 is outrageous. I think they said they're only the 3rd team in history to do that.
Yeah.
I'm selling that. Like I think Colorado has a good shot of absolutely being the President's Trophy favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I think they absolutely are right now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have fewer than 10 wins.
Losses.
Are you buying it?
I don't know. I think it's actually a really good question because I made it. But
yeah, no. Kudos to your question. I agree. A good debate so far.
I think they can pull it off. Actually, yeah, I think they can. I think for some reason I think they're going to hit 10, like right on the money. It's going to be like a draw.
If they do, kudos to you because that's and kudos to the Avalanche because that is.
Oh yeah, to the Avs for sure. That's a crazy feat to accomplish.
Yeah, that's kick-ass for sure. Let us know. Go ahead and comment on our YouTube page. Let us go ahead and weigh in on all the buy or sell that we've had so far. Or feel free to drop us your own buy or sell. Like if you got a statement, if you really believe in something like the Avalanche are going to, have fewer than 10 losses this season in regulation, let us know. We'll play along. We'll answer on our YouTube page. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. We hope you guys have had a good holiday for those of you here in the United States. We will be back on Monday with full recap of these weekend slate of games or Black Friday / Saturday slate of games and more content coming at you next week. That's going to do it for us on today's Locked on Lightning. Thanks for making us your first listen of the day. We'll see you next week.